What's up, boys and girls? It's me, Mr. Bradley, and today we're going to see if I have what it takes to survive the Stone Age. Ooh.
Today I will become a true hunter and gatherer and have to find all my food. After I've caught all my food, I will cook it up with a modern twist to make some delicious results. Do not try this at home.
What's up, guys? It's me, Mr. Bradley, and today we're learning about Stone Age food.
But before we begin, hit that subscribe button and get ready to do the starter questions on your screen right now. In the earlier part of the Stone Age, people were mainly hunters or gatherers. This meant that they hunted for their food, but also gathered food sources from around them. Tribes of Stone Age people often followed herds of animals, which were their food source, so they didn't really have a permanent house anywhere. They hunted animals like mammoths, deers, bisons, woolly rhinoceros, wild horses, boars, and of course some smaller animals as well, such as squirrels, rabbits, fish, and birds. Hunting required a great deal of patience and skill, which they mastered over the course of their life. In the beginning of the Stone Age, people hunted by throwing rocks or by using stone axes. But as time went on and tools and weapons became better, people started to use things like spears and bow and arrows, which could go much further. Harpoons with barbs were used to spear fish. So let's try and catch some fish of our own.
Good morning. Here we are in beautiful Donegal at a secret location. Today we're going to see if I have what it takes to survive the Stone Age. I'm going to start hunting for my food. Unfortunately, I don't have any of these weapons and I'm not very good at using them either. So instead, I'm going to catch my fish, Mr. Bradley style. Okay guys, we're going to go in here and we're going to try and catch some fish using my own tools and weapons. Let's go. Unfortunately, it's a little bit on the small side. I don't know if I'll get much eating off of that. I've just caught my first meal of the day. It's a little pollock, not a whopper, but it will do.
By 12,000 BC, hunters even used dogs to help them hunt. When hunting animals, especially big ones, hunters had to be very clever. They worked together and strategically targeted weaker animals. They often ambushed animals when they were most vulnerable, like when they were crossing rivers or tried to chase them off the edge of cliffs. Hunters could also set traps to catch wild animals as well. After the hunt, every part of the animal was used. The meat, blood, and organs of the animals were all eaten. Bones could be used to make tools and weapons, but could also be worn as jewelry. Fur was often used to make clothing in the Stone Age. Gathering was a much easier way of obtaining food in the Stone Age. People gathered different foods depending on where they lived. People who lived at the coast, which is near the ocean, gathered shellfish such as oysters, mussels, limpets, and cockles, while people who lived more inland or in forests would have gathered different things such as berries, nuts, seeds, fruits, bugs, leaves, and roots. Now I think it's time to gather some food of my own by foraging in rock pools.
What's up, guys? Good morning. It's a beautiful day here at the coast. I don't have my Stone Age costume, but I'm sure you can forgive me. Today we're going to be doing some gathering, which just means that we're going to be looking around, collecting what we can find, anything that's around here that we can later on cook up for our supper tonight. So covering this rock are lots and lots of shellfish called limpets. As soon as you try to move them, we'll clamp down onto the rock. The best way to get them off of the rock is to use a very special tool called a stone. It is the Stone Age after all, so I'm just going to knock this off. There we go. And inside, it doesn't look very nice, is the little creature. I think the tide is on its way in, so we're going to harvest these mussels as quick as possible. So today I'm going to be cooking up a seafood chowder. I've got my mussels here, which are all going to go into the chowder, and my tiny little pollock. I've also got some spiky sea urchins. Apparently you can do a nice sea urchin scrambled egg, as taught me by Gordon Ramsay. Roll! Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prepare my fish. Okay, so now we're going to make a start in these beautiful looking sea urchins. Pour out the delicious sea urchin juice. Mwah! Ew. The inside of the sea urchin looks really like couscous. Okay, so I'm going to just cut off this flesh and scrambled egg here, not too much. Last one is going to go into the egg. And there's our pollock. Beautiful. Just look at that presentation. Tiny little. Mussels, seafood chowder, some scrambled sea urchin, a couple freshly baked Irish scones to go with it. Let's give it a try. Delicious. The sea urchin scrambled egg. Let's give it a go. Delicious.
The hunting and gathering method of obtaining food was used until farming was discovered in the Neolithic time. People began to realize that planting seeds and looking after animals was a much easier way of getting food than having to travel for miles and miles to hunt. This marked the end of the Paleolithic period and the transition into the Neolithic period.
So thanks again for watching. See you next time.